welcome back to another video of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. This is Andrew here, and where we are in the Starting From Scratch series. If you look up in the top right corner, you know, we're down to about 30 grand, but there's a reason for that, and a very good, valid reason for that. It's because we went and purchased this. Now, all of our money didn't go into this. You know, we got this one from the junkyard. We spent $27,063, and it was worth $28,984. So right now we're sitting at a nice profit of $1,921. However, what we're doing today is, in the last video I asked, we're not going to worry about this one right now. What I asked in the last video is, should we restore this or just flip it? Nobody answered, so I decided, you know what, screw it, we're going to build it. That's what we're going to do. So I've already got all the parts painted for it. I already got them all bought as far as I can know anyway. Maybe a thing or two that we have to get. Here's the engine block. If you look, that's purple. The car's going to look very, very good when it's done. This time around, we're going to be going with the purple and gold motif. Let's jump into it here. Alright, unfortunately, my shop hasn't been allowed to turn the air up on the compressor yet, so we're still dealing with slow tools. But that's alright, you know, it'll work, right? Alright, let's grab this, take this off. Let's get this here rear wheel hub out of the way. It doesn't need to be there anymore. Come on now, sticky bolts. Alright, let's get this backing plate off. Cool. Alright, now we're going to jump on in here. We're going to remove the rear shock absorber with the coil spring attached to it. Now we're going to take off the upper control arm. Good, good. There we go. Now we're going to do the same to the lower. Bust the ball joint, and away we go. Alright, let's grab this out of here. Good. Alright, now let's hop up underneath you here. Let's get this transmission gearbox out of the way. He's a hefty little bugger. Alright, perfect. Alright, now we're going to jump on over here to this side. The driver's side rear. Let's get this wheel bearing out of the way. Let's get the caliper and breaker pads out of the way. Come on now. There we go. Perfect. Perfection. And let's get the rear wheel hub. It's probably going to be sticky. And I was wrong, of course. You know, every time I say something, it goes always the opposite. Perfect. Alright, we got the rear disassembled. Let's jump on over here to the front. Get this wheel off. Ooh, I haven't had these wheels off yet. Legit, so that's pretty neat that it wasn't froze. There we go, get the wheel bearing out of here. Let's get this caliper, the breaker pad. Since we're here, let's bust this outer tie rod free. Let's remove the inner. Perfect. Let's get the rotor out of the way. We ain't using that junk. Actually, to be honest, we won't be using anything that's on this car, except for that engine block to be going in my storage. I tend to save them for rainy days, you know what I mean? You know, in case we ever do another junkyard build and I choose one of these cars, well, guess what? I got parts for it, right? Alright, now we're going to come on over here. Let's get this shock absorber out of the way, the front one. Double wishbone shock absorber, is what they call it. Now, of course, now we've got to spray all these nuts and bolts, you know. It's been here for a minute, so it's a little frozen. Alright, lower control arm is gone. Alright, steering knuckle C. Out of this thing. Goodbye. Alright, now we're going to come on over here to this side. Good. Alright, there we go. I think I can. There we go. Caliper, you got to go. Perfect. Alright. Brake pad. Rotor. Let's get this outer tie rod knocked out. We'll get the inner tie rod out of the way. Let's kind of stretch in here a little bit. There we go. Let's get that. Now that we got this, let's see here. Alright, let's move back on over here. Of course, you know, we've got to go with the stuck bolt first. There we go. Let's get the sway bar B out of the way. At least I think that's what that one was. Let's get the shock. The upper control arm. Gotta spray those frozen bolts. The car doesn't have very many miles either. It's only got 70,000 miles. Well, looking at the suspension, you'd think it has like 500,000 miles on it. Strange. Very, very strange. I wonder where they keep these cars. I mean, for granted, I did find it at the junkyard, but still, you know, it's only been there for not even a day, so. There we go. Perfection. Let's drop this back down. Let's go on over here. Let's get the engine hoist. Alright, let's also too, let's go get our handy dandy little welder. Slide that bad boy over. Good. Alright, let's pull the engine first. There we go. Got anything else in here we need to worry about? I'm not seeing. Oh, wait. What is that? What is that? Right here. Aha, looks like there might be something in there still. Oh. Aha, my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. I did see something. I sees it, man. I sees it. It's right here. I forgot the relay C in there. That would have been a Grand Theft Auto 3 moment. Alright, I think we're pretty much done with it now. Well, let's get this seat out of here. Get on out of here, seat. Oh, we even got a steering wheel, too. That's a fancy steering wheel, that one is. Okay, now we're ready to hit it with the welder. 2,200, 2,500 bucks, okay. While we're waiting on that, let's come over here and build ourselves a V12. Alright, let's put that red oil filter on. Now we'll put the crankshaft in. Good. Start with the center crank cap. Now we're going to go to the back side here. I don't know why we're going to this one first, but you know, it just seems like the right thing to do. Now we're going to go to this one right here. And now we're going to go back one more. Good. And now we're going to go to the last one. Alright, let's put the piston rings in. Oh yeah, we're going all performance on this bad boy. Brakes included. There we go. There we go. We got a few more of these to put in and we'll be done. Then we put all the rod caps on, all 12 of them. I mean, this will cost this motor a lot of money, is, you know. One of these days I want to do a build on exactly how much it costs to build each motor. Stock or performance. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully nobody steals my idea. Alright, let's put the rod caps on now. Good. We got the one more right here hidden. Perfection. And now let's get the other rod caps. And we got a bunch of them. We got, I don't know, what, 9 more? Well, 8 more after this. I wonder why these technicians spend hours working on these motors. Huh. That's a nice purple we're doing on this car, I'll tell you. Now, I was going to do the purple on the body till I went and tried seeing what it would look like on the body, and, well, you can't really tell it. So we're going to have to alter the color on it just a bit. Just a little bit, man. We're going to have to alter the color. Alrighty. And in case y'all didn't notice, the engine room here looks a little bit different, a little bit more brighter. Turned it as a clean room, we'll say. A little bit nicer to work on the parts with. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. That actually looks good. Yeah, buddy. I didn't know if that was going to turn out or not, but it kind of almost looks like a mustard with a gloss to it, doesn't it? Now, when I put the chrome pieces on, you'll be able to see exactly what color I'm trying to go with here. So we'll do that right now. We'll put the V12 power steering pump on. See, it's supposed to look like that, which is more chromy. It's a chromy homie. Alright, let's flip this bad boy around. Alright, let's start with, I think this is cylinder head B, or engine head V12B, I think. Oh, look at that, Jose. I would have been wrong. Look at that. Woo. She's a bright one. Now I'm going to put in 6 spark plugs. It is 12, but, you know, 6 per side. I really wish I could paint the coils. I gotta get coil covers for this motor. You know what I mean? Alright, now I'm going to put the camshaft A V12s. And then all 10 cam caps. There's a lot of them. I even got the aftermarket gearbox for it. That's pretty good, you know. Pretty stylish right now, we have to say. Oh, gosh darn it, forgot. We got a filter. Alright, now where were we? We were on the cam caps. Just so many of them. Now feel free to fast forward through this if you so choose to. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. I know this can be kind of tedious and boring. Doesn't it just look so nice and clean? Alright. Look at that. Ooh. That's a nicer color right there. Alright, now the coils. You are next. I can't wait for that carbon fiber piece to get put on. The intake we're not putting on until we put it in the car because I got to take it all off anyway to put oil in it. So, watch this. Oh yeah. That's the color it's supposed to be. The gold. It actually looks like gold, doesn't it? Alright, let's put the exhaust manifold A, B, yeah. Be either A or B. You know. Pick your pick, right? Alright, now we gotta do this side. And look at that, we got a half a motor done. Beautiful. Alright, now let's do the same process to this side. There we go. Let's put the spark plugs in. Well, I had a ghost in my house there. It was just the furnace turning on. I'm hoping it's the furnace anyway. Moving the curtain like that. I have a lot of problems. I'll do an exorcism on the house. Alright. Now the cam caps, once the camshafts are in play. No, putting all this stuff together, we're gonna raise our XP level there. Whew, by a long shot. We're gonna get experience off of this, putting this bad boy together. Alright. Nah, this is kind of turning out how I was hoping it would. Sort of. I was kind of hoping it would turn out like this. I think it's doing pretty darn good. Now we're going to put this on. And then the funding we get from selling this car, we should have enough funding to build the Pagani, the other one outside there. And we'll dump that one off, and that should put us close to $1 million, actually, when it's all said and done. I think we'll probably get about $400,000 for that one. Maybe a little over. This one will probably get about 340, 350, somewhere around there, I'm hoping. I was hoping. Alright, exhaust manifold B, V12, M120, because that's what this is. It's an M120 block. Well, it's a V12 block, but the engine code is an M120. Alright, now we're on the front. Let's put the cam gears in play. And then after these two, then we got to put the timing chain on. There's a lot of little tedious things on this motor. And we got a timing chain. Perfect. And we're going to put the shoe. Timing chain shoe A, V12. Put the B's on. Need shoes to move, man. Needs the shoes to move. Alright, I'm going to put these timing covers C. And you can really see the gold when you look at it in this angle. The paint itself didn't turn out like I wanted it to. It kind of looks more mustardy, but you know. There we go. I'm going to put this on. Just like that. And now we're going to put the water pump on. Good. I guess it kind of all balances itself out, right? Because gold is a very dominant color, where it can easily take over whatever you're trying to do, you know what I mean? So, I think I did a pretty darn good job, I have to say. I think. Could be wrong, but you never know. Time will tell when I look at it in the car. And I go, that don't look right, man. Shit, I screwed up somewhere along those lines, you know what I mean? Get the belt on now. Good. V12 belt B. Put the belt tension out. And I didn't paint that. But that's okay. Alright, motor is done. Now, actually, we need to take this before we go any further on that car. And the reason why... Ooh, look at that blue. Isn't that a nice blue? That's a pretty blue right there, man. Because everything buttons into this motor. So if you don't have this motor, you can't really finish putting the tires on or nothing like that. So, oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I really do, man. All right, now what I need to check. Okay, they are together. Okay. What about, did I put those thingamabobbers together? Yes, I did. Okay. I couldn't remember stuff here, man. Alright, first things first. I'm going to slide on over here. I'm going to put the gearbox in. Look at that purple. That's nice. I like that. I guess I got to do that with the car on the ground. Okay. So put the rear axle knuckle housing D in place. The only ones that you can paint. Oh yeah, that's gonna look real good. It's gonna look real good, man. Now, can you guess what color this is gonna be? You guessed it. There we go. And it turned out there. Like, I don't understand why it doesn't turn out on the actual parts itself. I mean, it boggles me mind. Alright, now we'll put the drive axle B in. Perfect. Put the rotor. Gotta go with the expensive ones, right? Perfect. Now we're gonna put the wheels on. Oh yeah. Now, what is our current value of the car? Put it in the comments. Tell me what you think the value of the car is, because we're gonna check it in 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, that's what the value is. Okay, I gotcha. It's already at $138,000, which is basically what we started out with today. Ah, crap. I forgot something. I forgot to do something, man. Shit. Well, I can put this one in play. Good. And the other one goes over there somewhere. It's right there. Good. Alright, now I didn't forget nothing. Okay, we're good. Whew, scared me there for a minute. Thought we were going to have to redo a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean, man? All the upper control arms are the same for all 4 corners. The rears are B, and the fronts are A's. And there is no cross member for this car because it bolts right up to the tube chassis that we can basically state that's on it. Backing plate, wheel hub B, wheel bearing, and so we don't forget about it, starter. Alright, drive axle B, perfect, let's get her done. Get her done, man, get her done. So when we finish with the other side, we're sitting at what, $138,000? My predictions were somewhere around $155,000, $158,000 for this side. Would be my prediction. Now you want to make money on a car, you put these wheels on. 163, so I'm a little bit off. Alright, that's looking pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy. Snazzy-wazzy, you know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, now we put the steering rack in. Good. Front knuckle housing, or steering knuckle C. And a tie rod shall go next. Let's put the outer tie rod in, shall we? And that's what we're going to have it held up by. It's just the outer tie rods. Alright, upper control arm. Good. Lower control arm. Boom. Torquing all down the spec. I don't understand why that's not going in correctly. Look at that. It doesn't seem very safe now, does it? Alright, now we're going to put in our gold shock. Put in our sway bar end length B. I think there for a minute. Backing plate, good. Front of wheel hub, good. Now we're going to put in the wheel bearing, good. Dust cap, boom. I figured, you know, this rotor's not bright and shiny, so I figured I'd do the dust caps in the center there, the gold to match. I'm going to put the wheel on, good. Alright, the rear was $163,000. We're now sitting at $186,000, which is $23,000 difference. Nothing wrong with that, right? And that's how they mount in and attach in the carbon fiber. We got ourselves a carbon fiber bladder here, man. Gee, let's get her done, man. Alright, now we're going to put the outer tie rod in. Good. The upper control arm. Good. And just so you know, it is 16 large bushings, or bigger bushings as I call it. If we had the cross member in here, it would be 20. Alright, we'll torque that in the spec. Sway bar and link B, here you go. Good. And I forgot something over there, so we're just going to make it look like movie magic here. We're going to make it look like it's already been in there. Forgot the fuel pump. Alright, there we go. Enhanced ourselves out. Alright, wheel bearing. Dust cap. Brake rotor. Brake pod. The caliper. Another wheel. Alright, 208,000 simoleons is what we're sitting at right now. Alright, let's put... No, we don't want to do pictures. What? Why are they doing this to me? Let me put the interior in now. These ones don't look like plastic seats, unlike the one we took out of here. The expensive steering wheel. Alright, what did that interior increase it by? Holy smokes, look at that. We were at $208,000. It jumped it up $9,000 just for the interior. Alright. First things first, let's put some oil in it. Now we're going to do everything in the, like, chassis-wise, inside. You can't spill the motor oil out because it'll go right down the cylinder head. We don't want that, man. Oh, shit. Put that rag in there, tuck that up. Perfect. Alright, now let's finish putting this motor together, shall we? Good. Put this in. I went with the gold fittings. I figured it would be fitting. Get it? The air filter. Now we're going to put in the power steering reservoir. Good. Jump on over here. I'm going to put in the ABS pump, the module. I wonder how often these things actually rolled in this car because of how close they are to the exhaust manifolds. Very, very curious, to be honest. Alright, since we're here, let's fill these up. Wow, that's takes a little bit of skill, I'm guessing. Might look good to me. Yeah, there's a little bit more of a splash. There we go, good enough. Alright, actually, since we're here, let's put the exhaust on. There we go. Let's jump on over here. We're playing Frogger on the car, man. Fill us up to the max line. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to work on the stuff up here. Put in the ECU. Oh, upgradable. Or tunable, I mean. Put in the radiator. The radiator fan. Dual fan setup, of course. Put in the windshield washer jug. Coolant seat. Reservoir. And now we're going to put in this piece right here, man. I didn't feel like painting this and getting all the connectors and such all dirty and such on it, so we left her alone. That's the same thing with the brake or the belt tensioner. You know what I mean? It's what's the point of painting it? Because the paint's just gonna wear off anyway as it's spinning around, right? Maybe if it was powder coated, but the heat from that might screw up the bearings. You know what I mean? So let's not do that today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today, man. Alrighty, there we go. We got another A B. Now we got an A, right? Hey, look at that, we got an A fuse. Now what's this, a C? B. Alright, let's see. We need the battery too, huh? Let's put that in now. I got Stretch Armstrong here, you know what I mean? Alright, we filled up the three things in the rear of the car, the brakes, power steering, and the engine. Now we're going to do the windshield washer stuff. Like I said before, I use Rain-X. I do not use that blue junk. I mean, maybe in warmer climates and such, you know, you don't got to worry about it too much. But up here where I live, oh boy, you put it in that blue stuff, it'll freeze and blow out all the lines. And you'll be fighting with it half the winter. Alright, let's see. We got any power to this thing? Ooh. I don't know why the tack on the steering wheel is not working. I don't know why. Alright, well, we're done at this point. Let's run this over. We don't want that. We want to move this over to the test path, is what I was trying to do. Sheesh. Now we're going to put some body panels on this bad boy. Actually, it kind of looks good in the way itself. You know what I mean? Alright, look at these funky little brake lights. I like them. Rear plate. Ooh, personalized plate. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's put the door glass in on this one, or Lexan. Put in the Lexan windshield. Put in the front clamshell. The little itty bitty baby lights. And we'll put in that teardrop mirror. We'll do the same on this side. Put in that itty bitty mirror, or lights. There we go. There we go. I think the body should be at 100% now. Yep, the car is completely at 100. we're at $364,000. We only started out with like actually, I don't really remember because we had 145, and I went and bought that car for 27. I think we started out with like 117, $118,000, something like that, somewhere around there. All right, let's do the old headlighters. Dang, just had to slide it up just a bit. I just gotta slide her down. Perfect. See, kind of like paint the walls all the match. All right, now we're going to run this over to the paint shop. Now that's the color. That's the factory color. I think what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to alter this just a bit. Yeah, that could work. Perfect. Could I have made it brighter? Yes. Was it going to? No. That's pretty darn good, I have to say. When you go on it and go boom, almost matches out perfectly. Alright. Now let's go tune this for the lucky buyer, whoever's going to get it. Let's bump this one up to 390. See the stubborn Mr. Dino guy. Alright, we got 4. Come on, man, where are we going here? Man, I thought I had some skills at this, man. What's going on? Oh, wait. I normally get lucky with this one. Yeah, huh? No. Is it this one? Yep. %16 tuning. Now, yes. Factory power is supposed to be 800 horsepower at 9,200 RPM. Ooh, she's a streamer. And factory torque is 539 at 5,200 RPM. Let's see what the new numbers are now, shall we? And see what our drag rating is. She's a screamer. Holy crap. Holy crap. We built ourselves a solid motor here. New horsepower, 1,607 horsepower at 9,200 RPM, which is an increase of 808 horsepower, 101%. And the new torque numbers now are 992 pound-feet at 50, we'll say 5650. Which is an increase of 453 pound-feet or 85%. Our drag rating is an A999. Holy crap. Holy smokes. Gosh darn. This thing is a monster. Man. She's a beaut. But alright everybody, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. If you did, please do hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. And everybody watching, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way then you stay up to date on all the latest videos and streams I post. Because I normally try to put out one at least every day, whether it be a stream or a video. I tend to always put something out anyway. So again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye everyone.